Hello and welcome to this, your Pisces September 2025 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant. Well, this month to assist us in working out the predictions for you and your state of mind, I have a deck called the William Blake Tarot deck. William Blake. Now, you never see this anywhere. I think I've used it once a long time ago. I don't recall when it was, but it's been around for a long time. And it's really good. William Blake was an Englishman. He was born in the late 1700s. He was a painter and a poet. And presumably he did other things as well, because poetry and painting don't really pay, do they? So he was seen as being ahead of the curve, really, while he was alive. And people just thought he was crazy. That often is the case with artists, isn't it? But what is also the case with artists very often is that once he died in round about 1820, people looked at his stuff and they went, gee, this is really, really good. It's really great. So if you're interested in poetry, William Blake has got some great mystical, spiritual poetry. No religion, just mysticism. And his paintings have stood the test of time. Now, there are no ads in this, and so we get to enjoy it without interruption. Now, what's going on? Ace of Painting. Pretty spacey ace of music. What's this? Man of Poetry. You see, it's pretty spacey suit names, aren't they? Innocence. You're innocent, aren't you? And let's have a look. Angel of Science. Well, why don't you come around and sit down here next to me? I'll also bring the camera around so that everybody else can see as well, okay? And together, we'll look at these paintings and see what they reflect of the cosmic energy swirling around you while I do the reading for you. It's hard to get any better than this. Tremendous love, ideas, breakthroughs coming through. I think we need to start with the major arcana here, where we have innocence. Yeah, well, a person stepping off and the dog going down towards the crocodile that's there. Do you know the crocodile? It was the ancient Egyptian god of creativity, and it's also the bringer to you of the greatest creative powers. This is a time for you of great openness and trust, where you are going to be ready to take a risk. You'll also have the courage to stand your ground. Freedom is going to be very important to you, and independence. And there's an enormous well of creativity bubbling up from within you. Great potential, and that potential is being reinforced here to you. And really, just like this character about to take this huge leap, I see you having the opportunity here to take a great leap forward in your material affairs and also in your romantic affairs, because you'll be listening to your heart's voice and being in the present at the moment. Now, there's a possibility, I think, here of rebirth being given to you on all the four planes of human existence: the spiritual, the mental, the emotional, and the physical. But for those changes to happen, then you've got to be ready for change. You've got to be responsible for it. I really do see that this is a time when you are going to have something of an emotional rebirth, where you see, understand, and accept your true emotional needs. I think you'll also realize that vulnerability and sensitivity are needed for love of yourself in particular. forgive yourself, as well as needed for the love of other people. And I also see you being able to say no to people or situations which are unclear, relationships that are unclear. Don't waste any time with them. Families coming into the picture here, I think. I think the quality of your relationship with family, friends, and your business associates, and any deep emotional bonds, they all need to be looked at again now. Because you're going to be asking yourself, who do I really want to have around me? And that's not a bad thing, because it is just true that some people were always meant to be part of your history and not part of your destiny. It doesn't mean that you stop loving people. It's just that, as we grow through life, we tend to move away from other people. There's just only so many relationships that you can hang on to. And I'm also looking again at this crocodile here. Well, this is really telling you to develop your creative abilities in work and in career. And I think this might have something to do with this. I think you are going to be given something of a leave pass to, I don't know quite what that means as yet, but this is saying that with those very strong jaws that that crocodile has, well, this is really speaking of your endurance and leadership qualities, also as well as your ability to work by yourself and self-sufficiently. It definitely is possible for you now to break through all old, worn-out conditionings, patterns, and situations. So I think that you really are now ready for a new beginning, maybe even a very large leap forward, but just dare, give in and take that step. Even if fear, which you conquer, fear does not affect you anymore, and its dead remains can no longer frighten you. If fear tries to hold you back, to say, you have no place in my life, because the trust that I have in myself is coming from my heart. And the truth statement for you now is that I now follow my heart. I am open and ready to go wherever it may lead me. I am a radiant being. I am a living treasure. I honor and value the unlimited resource of courage which is within me, and I respect the nature of who I am, and I accept myself for who I am, and I know that there is nothing to fear. A lot of love coming around here as well, I see, and this love beaming up from this little kid. Maybe that's Cupid, I don't know. Interestingly, I get Sagittarius, Libra, and Scorpio around here. There's a great degree of emotional clarity with you now, and a deep love of yourself. And there's love in its purest sense being given to you. There's emotional abundance. There's a real possibility of a new relationship here, but a relationship which becomes deep, or the deepening of an existing relationship. A lot of sensual passion. I also get the feeling of birth and pregnancy around here as well. You are going to be in contact with all-embracing love. It will fill you, and you'll be able to pass it on generously, lavishly to others. Now, what this is also saying, in a way, is that, look, it really should be a privilege to be able to say, I love you to someone. It should be a privilege to be able to say it. It shouldn't be something people just say because they feel like it. It's a privilege that is earned. Now they say that you have to earn the right to be loved. Well, no. Love can be unconditional, certainly between mothers and children. If you love someone, do you think that they have to earn it? But the right to tell someone that you love them, that has to be earned. You have to earn the right to be believed. And I'm also looking at, why am I getting this? Getting this to do with fathers. Because of this, I'm getting fathers and children, and these are separated. It's in these situations where you can, as a result of separation or divorce, have children withheld from, or spending only a minimum amount of time with fathers. Look, I think what's being said here is that the greatest thing that a father can do for his children is to respect the woman that gave birth to his children. It's because of her, Dad, that you have the greatest treasures in your life. Now, you may have moved on, but your children have not. Okay, you are not and cannot be her soulmate, but at least just be thoughtful. You see, whom your children love should always be someone that you deal with kindness. Your children see everything, and they will follow your example, and if you run their mother down to them, they will hold that against you forever. The other thing I think here for love with children is that we should look at children the way that we look at trees. Now, trees are beautiful and they are there. Children come through us. They don't come from us. So we shouldn't hold any expectation or key performance area in their lives. They have their own lives to live. What's also being said here is that I mentioned unconditional love, and that just pops up from us when we do love someone. But in a sense, here is the thing about unconditional love. In a sense, unconditional love is like a country of two people with no laws and no government. And that's fine if everybody is peaceful and gets on with each other. But in the wrong hands, you can get looting and crime sprees. And let me say this, that the people who demand unconditional love, that is, the people who demand that you love them unconditionally, they usually are the ones who will rob and pillage and then blame you because you left your back door unlocked. Now, this energy here just speaks of tremendous success, growth, abundance here for you. Let's have a look at it Getting a lot of Taurus, Gemini, and Aries around here. This is saying that you're going to have inner and outer richness, a great success, the unification of your body and soul, material and spirit, heaven and earth, really. This is now the beginning of something tangible for you. There's going to be a sense of prosperity and growth around you, of material abundance, and of improving finances. Now, I think somebody here is going to get a promotion or a pay rise. Certainly this is great, good luck pouring all over this. And I think there is some unexpected value coming into you as well. Now, this is representing opportunities that are sitting there, which can bring about new beginnings for you. This is saying that you need to take advantage of these opportunities to live a life that is inwardly and outwardly rich, because all that is needed is already at hand. So get those opportunities, close them, give yourself up to the fullness of life and learn to spread your wings. Now, unmistakably, this is saying that there is nothing you cannot be, there is nothing you cannot do, there is nothing you cannot have. You are the most magnificent, the most remarkable, the most splendid being the beloved has ever created. For who could reject such wondrous magnificence? But you do not know who you are, and you have thought that you are a great deal less. Remember, you make your own rules, and you are the only one who can assess how you are doing. All you have seen in the world is your idea about it. But life is going to take off when you choose for it to. An idea becomes a thought becomes a word. Say the word out loud. Words have power and they echo all throughout eternity. And a word becomes an action. And if you are going to do it, start. And having started, go all the way. Seize the opportunities in front of you now. Rejoice in them, and let no power on earth take them from you. Now, this creativity that you are being blessed with here is one that is saying that, do you know, I get a lot of Capricorn and a lot of Aquarius around here. They might be important to you. This is saying that you are going to be full of ideas, and they're going to come to you one after another. And to put these ideas into place, this is speaking of you being creative. And you know what I said earlier, that I think that you're getting something of a leave pass? I think that this is where you are getting permission to do something that you ordinarily wouldn't do. And this is also saying that self-doubt is going to be something that is just dispelled from you, as we've seen in that card there, where you are now walking without fear and without doubt. Now, this creativity that you're having, it's saying here that, in a sense, creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. And just as this is pointing out here, you have to be continually jumping off cliffs and developing your wings on the way down. Now, don't be satisfied with stories about other people. Don't be satisfied with finding out how things have gone with others. This is a time, I think, when you are going to start working on creating your own story and unfolding your own myth. Believe it and it will be so. You know, your imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Now, I think this is where the leave pass comes in for you. It's saying here to Learn the rules of what you're doing like a professional so that you can break them like an artist. Because, this is saying, in reality, nothing is original. So steal from anywhere that resonates with your inspiration or which fuels your imagination. Devour old films. See how other people do things. Look at other people's ideas. See what can be taken. And select only things to steal from things that speak directly to your soul. Now, if you do this, your work, and the theft, I suppose, is going to be authentic. Authenticity is invaluable. Originality is non-existent. In any case, always remember, it is not where you take things from at the moment, it's where you take them to. And then, what did we have here? This man of poetry. Let's have a look. A lot of Sagittarius, a lot of Scorpio around here. Clearly they're going to have something to do with you. Look, the outcome of all of this is, and this is the central energy, that you are going to be dynamic and moving forward. There's increased insight here and obviously some changes coming along as well. Very energetic and ambitious. There's an adventurousness with you now. That's not surprising, I suppose, seeing that. A determination. You're going to be very charming and magnetic, and you're going to be very hard to resist. You'll be generous. You might shoot from the hip every now and again, and you might be taking action on things that other people don't seem to be ready to accept from you, or it throws them off balance, is what I'm getting. Now, there could be some activities going on around you that are revolutionary or different with people or with events that are going on. But you should remain cool and collected and energetic and calm, and be careful of the actions that you take. Don't do anything that isn't well thought out, but go forward with confidence in your ability. Now, this is a time for you to find your vitality and trust your instinct, your gut instinct. Let your hair down. Give yourself a pep talk and believe that you can do it. I see journeys and traveling around here, changes around work, your creative ideas being brought into action. Now, you can imagine a person with a bow and arrow who has one arrow. It's as if at the moment you might feel that it might be the case that sometimes you have one arrow to shoot. So make sure that your aim is perfect. Also have a plan B, because when that arrow has been shot at a target, you can't change its course if events or people change. So you need to be able to bring in something else. But be ready now for people or situations that can bring about dynamic and crazy changes in your life. Does your present situation allow your energies to develop and unfold fully? And if not, what must be removed or changed? Seek out situations and opportunities. Something was saying here, that challenge you, and understand this and say it as a truth statement. Every challenge which arises helps me grow. Every storm strengthens my roots. Fantastic reading
set of cards for you. Made so much better for you being here.
Well, I really enjoyed your company during that, and I'm sure that you will have enjoyed the reading as much as I did providing it to you. Now, unless I see you in the meantime, either for a clairvoyant reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again next month. And until then, though, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.